YouTube, good afternoon. My name is Leon. Thank you for joining me today. Listen, this is my new channel, tvstreamingnews.com, where I'm going to talk about everything to do with streaming news. When I say streaming news, basically is get rid of cable, get rid of satellite, your streaming options. Okay, so as long as you have the internet, and in some cases, if you don't have the internet, I'll talk about options on the blog. What can you do to get your news, your sports, your movies? So we're talking about sites like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Sling TV, YouTube TV, even the free ones like Pluto TV, Tubi. I'm going to talk about all those streaming services, okay? So I encourage you to go to my site, and this blog is going to be a component to the site. So today, what I want to do, okay, in light of the coronavirus, is talk about something that I think is going to blow up in the next few months. And I tell you why. The coronavirus is causing a health pandemic, okay? But we also have a financial pandemic that's about to hit. In fact, to many experts, it's already started, okay? The average cable bill is $217 a month. $217 a month, which is ridiculous. I haven't had cable in 5 years, might be going on 6 years. I haven't had cable or satellite. I have a TV antenna and I do the streaming. So I look at YouTube, I go on the internet and stream different movies. And I use some of the services that I mentioned earlier, and we'll talk about those in other videos, okay? But one of the things I do use is a TV antenna. And when I started using an antenna, I was impressed, so impressed that I started selling antennas as part of my business. So in 5 years, I've literally sold thousands of antennas. That's right, okay? I'm not an expert, I don't build antennas, but I know a little bit about antennas. And that's what we want to talk about here today, okay? So I have some antennas right here. I'm going to talk about good, better, and best. And you have options because you have indoor antennas and you have outdoor antennas. So I'm going to talk about the indoor antennas first, some of which I've sold. And then we're going to talk about outdoor antennas for those people who want outdoor antennas. And I'm going to talk about a good outdoor antenna and, in my opinion, what I think is the best outdoor antenna, which I happen to be selling too. And I will also tell you how you can get that antenna. So let's look at the indoor options, okay? When we talk about indoor antennas, okay, we have to keep in mind that some communities don't allow you to put an antenna outside. They're deed restricted. They want a certain look, and an antenna doesn't improve on the look. But antennas have come a long way. You may remember that back in the old days, there used to be humongous things on the outside of your building. They don't look like that anymore, okay? I think an ugly look is to have a satellite dish on the outside of your home. To me, that's ugly. But here are some indoor antennas. So there's this one by Antop, okay? And these are antennas that are intended for like apartments, if you live in a condo and you can't put an outdoor antenna outside. So we have something like this. It's a flat panel antenna. It's good for about 45 miles. And you can put one TV on this. It's good for one TV. Something like this online, you're gonna spend about $18 to $25 for. It's a good antenna. If you live in the city, you're within 40 miles of the towers, this is a good option. Slightly better one is something that has the rabbit ears, like this one right here. Same brand, okay? This is good for 35 miles. This is about $25. If you're an older person, you remember these things with the rabbit ears, okay? You can adjust them. Like this moves up and down. It even has, you can adjust the gain, which my opinion is a little bit of a gimmick because you have minimum or maximum. Of course, you're gonna keep it on the maximum, but you're gonna get the channels you're gonna get with something like this, okay? But here's the coaxial cable. This is about 5 feet of coaxial cable on this one that goes to the back of the TV. All right. Like I said, this antenna is about $25. Again, good for one TV. So let's put these aside for a minute. Here's a slightly better one right here. This is a same brand. There are numerous brands, okay, and there's no way I could show all the different brands, but this is a good brand. A flat panel antenna like this in this brand is about $35, okay, which is on the high end. Again, good for one TV. This has an amplifier. The first one I showed had an amplifier too. This one doesn't have an amplifier. What I mean an amplifier is it amplifies the signal, so you have to plug it in. But anyway, this one is about $35. Good for one TV. You can find this on Amazon. It's got good ratings. I sold this brand and very good. Again, if you're living within the city, if you're in the country and you're further out from the towers, you will get channels, but you're not going to get as many, okay? The closer you are to the towers, the more channels you're going to get. So depending where you live in the city, well, we'll talk about how many channels you can get. Let's look at outdoor antenna now. So an outdoor antenna that I'm going to show you right here is, and it's very popular, and you've probably seen it or you probably have it, is this antenna right here. This antenna. So this is got decent ratings on Amazon and Walmart.com. I've sold hundreds of these antennas, and it's a good solid antenna. It has some drawbacks, and I'll tell you about the drawbacks in a few minutes, and an antenna that overcomes those drawbacks. But this antenna is, you're gonna pay anywhere between 30 to $50 depending on the brand, because there are different brands, but they look similar to this. Let me show you the box here. So this is one of the, you may not see this brand anymore, in fact, because they don't use this number, but you could try. But you'll see an antenna like that in a different brand that's similar to this, okay? Has a box, the remote control in it. So that's this antenna. It comes with this box right here. And this box allows you, this box is an amplifier and a splitter. So it allows you to put two TVs on here. So this cable goes to one TV. And then there's another area right here where you can put a secondary TV. And this one right here where it says antenna on the top goes to the antenna. You get a coaxial cord that goes from here to this antenna. And it attaches right here with a coaxial connection right there. So this antenna can move, okay? It's motorized. So if you have picture problems, you don't have to get the girlfriend or the wife and send her outside on the roof to turn the antenna and tell her when to stop. You don't need to do that. This box allows you to control the antenna. All you have to do, you plug this box in, it's 110, it has a transformer, press the red button on the top of the box, and that changes the direction. Alternatively, you get a remote control right here. You put AAA batteries, because it doesn't come with the batteries, and you aim it at the box, okay? You aim it at the box, and you can turn the antenna again by pressing the red buttons. You just have to make sure it's switched on. I always keep it on, okay? So this right here just, is meant to stay inside. It's not, this box is not meant to get wet. It's meant to be inside. And as long as it reads the infrared, you can turn it. It's like a TV remote. You aim the TV remote at the TV to change the channels. You aim this remote at the box to move the antenna. This has a range of about 35 feet, so you can have this box way over there. I could be sitting right here and I turn the antenna, right? So this comes with it. A good antenna, it does the job. You can buy those antennas, like where I told you can buy them. I've seen them on eBay for like $20, $25 and free shipping. Listen, if you buy an antenna like this for about, unless it specifically says it's used and you're buying it that cheap, chances are it's remanufactured, and they're not going to tell you that. But there are lots of electronics that are remanufactured that people sell as brand new, okay? Don't ask me why they do that, but they do. So you just have to keep that in mind. You get, what is that saying? Well, I forgot the saying. But if you want to spend, $10 on an antenna, you're going to get a $10 antenna. So that's that. So, let's talk about the drawbacks. The drawbacks to this antenna is it has the flaps right here. This flap actually already has a crack on it, but these flaps break, okay? If you live in an area that's windy and you have a lot of wind in the area, these flaps can break. It doesn't mean the antenna won't work, but the deflectors do break on this antenna. The other thing is too, there's an optional J-pole that you can buy. There's an option, which is this. It's called a J-pole, and for good reason. See that right there? I also sell this too. It's good for any antenna. It's a solid J-pole. You mount either end to the building, structure, home that you want to install the antenna. So for instance, if I mounted this side to the wall, I could mount the antenna like this. I could mount it like that. Or if I wanted to mount this side to the wall and give me more clearance, I could mount the antenna up here. I could mount the antenna down there. It doesn't matter. You can mount the antenna anywhere. So this goes like that. Well, maybe I should do it this way. See that? And it can still turn because the motor is right down here. And then you tie in this right over here. There's two caps. I've lost the other cap, but you tie in both caps onto the pole, and then you can turn it remotely too. So, but there's a drawback to this, okay? If you don't have this J-pole and you're like me, you have pipes lying around the house. I have lots of pipes and I want to use one of my pipes. Unless the pipe is smaller than this J-pole, I have this PVC lying around the house, a little bit thicker. Doesn't fit. Does not fit. That's one of the drawbacks to this antenna, okay? So you're limited with the size of the pipe. Many people want to use maybe the pipe that's left from the satellite dish. You know, you're not using the satellite dish anymore, so you want to use that pipe. You can't use it. So let me show you an antenna that I absolutely love. I've sold hundreds of these antennas, and I've sold this particular antenna to people who have homes, garages, boats, RVs, campers, workshops. It doesn't matter. Even over-the-road truckers have bought this antenna from me. As long as you have an inverter or a generator, or you have access to 110, this one right here, the best antenna. Ta-da! This one right here. I absolutely love this antenna. Very simple, powerful, effective design. So as you see with the other one, there's no flaps on this. So once you just open these up and you lock them in place, the wind, if you live in an area where it's windy, it goes right through, right? There's no surface area. There's no surface area whatsoever. So you're not going to get the accumulation that you will get with that antenna that I showed you previously. Also, if you want to use the J-pipe, you can use the J-pipe, no problem. But if you don't want to use the J-pipe and you want to use pipes that you have at home, okay, that you not using, look at that. The same pipe that I just showed you on the previous antenna, it's not a problem on this one, because you can see that right there. You can take a huge pipe on here. You can put a huge pipe. I love this antenna, and it's motorized too. So you do get the remote control with the antenna, and you get the box. This antenna can do up to 4 TVs. That's right, 4 TVs. So if you have a RV, okay, and you have a junction box, you put this antenna outside of your RV, you run the wire from the antenna to the box that comes with it, and then from that box goes to your junction box, and it feeds however many TVs you have. Same thing if you have a home and it's pre-wired with cable. Many new homes have that. You put this antenna outside, again you run your wire to the box that it comes with, and then from that box you go to your junction box, and it will feed up to 4 TVs independently. So you can have the wife watching one TV, you're watching another TV, the kids watching another TV, and you can move the channels independently, and it doesn't interrupt the whatever anybody else is watching. This one is an absolutely beautiful antenna. Let me show you something too for you people who have RVs, recreational vehicles. I even have the RV pole. Look at this. This is an RV pole right here. It has all the hardware. It's aluminum, and you can adjust this up to 59 inches. 59 inches, and then you put it on your RV. So people who buy this from me, if you have an RV, you could put this on your ladder, okay? You don't have to worry about the other thing too, about this antenna. People say, oh, I'm surrounded by trees. It won't work. I'm surrounded by trees. This antenna doesn't give a damn about the trees, okay? Because I sell to people who go camping. Some of my best customers, they buy numerous antennas from me because they buy it for their friends and family, but they're camping in the middle of nowhere because it's a long range antenna, 150-mile range. They're camping in the middle of nowhere, but they want access to TV. This is what they use. They put this in their treehouse, or they're in the RV. It doesn't matter about the trees. You could be in the woods, in the forest. When you use the RV pole, all you need to do is put this just above the roof of the RV so it can turn, because it's motorized. Okay. Over the road truckers have bought the pole for me too. Now, if you're an over the road trucker, you really shouldn't watch TV while you're driving. But once you get to your destination, absolutely, this one is perfect for that. People who have boats, again, you gotta have access to 110 because you plug it in. But this I am selling on my site, tvstreamingnews.com. I will have a link in the description. I'm doing free shipping right now. I don't know how long I'm going to do the free shipping, but right now I'm doing the free shipping because there's going to be a run on antennas. People are going to cut back their cable. They're going to cut back their satellite. And if I were you, I'd get rid of it altogether. I mean, there's having a stupid satellite dish on the front of your house, and there's so much better options, streaming. Streaming is meant for TV, okay? And you go to my blog, tvstreamingnews.com. I talk about all of that, how to save money. Get that $217 down to $50. Get it down to $100, and you have far more options. A better viewing options, okay? But I will do this free shipping. I also sell the RV pole, free shipping. I don't have too many left, but I will have some more coming in. The J pole, if you have an antenna and you're looking for a pole, free shipping on this too. I will have a link in the description, tvstreamingnews.com. I also do 30-day money back guarantee. Any issues whatsoever, you get your money back. I stand behind them. One thing, I've sold these antennas in Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Canada. For those customers who live in those countries, you're not going to be able to buy that from me on my site because I have to come up with a different pricing model. So I'm trying to determine what's a really good and fair pricing that would include free shipping. Or maybe I may have to charge shipping for those people, but I haven't decided which direction I want to go yet. So right now, this is only good in the United States. But this works in Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Some of my New York customers who have this antenna, depending where they live in New York, they pick up the Canadian stations. But this is the best antenna that I sell. But if you want to get a TV antenna from somebody else, that's absolutely fine. If you want to go, you won't be able to get this one. But if you want to go to Walmart and get an antenna, walmart.com or Amazon or even eBay, it's your prerogative. I'm just doing this video to inform you. If you don't have an antenna right now, you should get an antenna. If you have a crappy antenna right now, get a better antenna. And if you do have an antenna right now and you're good with your antenna, congratulations, okay? Depending where you live, depending on the city, you're going to get anywhere between 10 channels and 100 channels. Bigger markets have more stations, obviously, but you want a good antenna, and for a number of reasons too. The picture, I'm not going to edit this out. So the picture over an antenna is much better if you compare it to a cable channel. So you should always have an antenna, and as long as you have electricity, you will always have channels, okay? But tvstreamingnews.com, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to do more videos like this, hopefully on a weekly basis. I'm going to have a blog up every week, sometimes twice a week. And we're going to talk about this to save money, get rid of cable, get rid of satellite, get rid of that crack, start streaming your sports and your news and your documentaries, start streaming it. It's the way to go. Again, thank you for watching, all the best, and I'll see you the next time.